and under, the Texans will score 7 or more points.
I'm going to take the over.
Over 7 points? How much you want to bet?
It's the Texans, bro.
I'm going to take the over.
You want to bet me?
It's a
I'll bet
Texas
you.
What
rivalry.
will we bet? An 18-pack?
Oh, wow.
Loser has to wear a blonde wig on the show next week.
I don't have a blonde wig.
Do you have one?
Mike has a
An
blonde
18
wig.
pack and a blonde?
Yeah,
blonde wig?
18-pack and a blonde wig.
I'm taking
No,
7. Because he said,
okay,
said
7 and a
seven or
half.
less.
7 and a half.
how the fuck are you going to get
So that it's legit.
7
never
and a
seen
It
half.
has to be a half on a scoreboard.
Neither have I.
Yeah, but it gives you that
So then I
leeway.
might as well. So then you're saying you get the 7.
Okay, then you get anything above
Make
7
it a
and a half.
24 pack.
24-pack. Jeez, I don't have a Sam's card.
7.5.
I don't have a Sam's card, dude.
7.5.
A Sam's card.
I'm gonna give you the 7. I want the extra 6.
Whoa, Miller Lite though.
Yeah.
This guy will
Okay.
buy. This guy
Yeah.
will Milwaukee.
I'm gonna give you the 7. Give me the extra 6 beers.
Okay, deal. You ain't winning.
Free shake.
All right.
Fuck.
Wig, and a 24-pack of beer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Chuck, you sound a little different. I thought that was one of y'all. Sorry.
Chuck.
I was trying something new, man. I guess y'all weren't down for that.
I dug it.
We are here. We were laughing for so many reasons. We have we're back here in the doghouse where we're happy to be with you guys. It's your regulars, man. It's me, Aaron, Victor. But we got a special guest today.
Who's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Well, I guess is it Tammy, was it?
Yeah, it's
Tammy
It's
Barbosa.
You
Tammy
look-
Barbosa in the house.
You look great.
A man of his word.
Well-
Yeah, I gotta follow through. Well, the bet's a bet. Man is a loose term at this point. But we're glad to see that you follow through, man of your word, and we are the men of the Cowboys. So
I was gonna say the special guest. It looks like Nick Hogan trying out the NWO.
it's like Razor Ramon with some blonde dye.
I would have preferred a longer one, like
Like
with
just
layers.
draped over your shoulders.
Yeah, so I can
So you can do this. If you had done a longer one, you would have looked like Vince Neil coming out of rehab.
That's true.
So, who was your last meal? I mean,
Yeah, he's the Mexican. You look like
Mexican.
No.
So,
How's
what did you eat before you came?
I ate a good flank. Good flank, bloody flank.
There you go.
That's a good cut.
Yeah. Hey, but cheers to you for keeping your
Yes,
word.
sir.
Good things.
Cheers to
Thank you
the-
guys. Thank you,
You
for
know,
cheering for me.
awesome. You know,
Cheers to the beer.
we love making bets around here. Obviously, we are all betting men.
Also, stay tuned for the announcement of the winner of the Cowboy Ornament. Merry Christmas, everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely. One, and just to reiterate, one who is closest to the prediction of the Texans Cowboy score gets the ornament.
Which, by the way, is going to be tough because, man, what a game that I
Boy.
don't think anybody predicted.
Were we all wrong? I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name on Big Shots, DallasCowboys.com? 70-13.
Oh, yeah, I remember you posted
Yeah.
that. I knew there were some wide ranges of points out there, but
They got a little creative there for sure.
so what are we going to start off with today?
So, the first thing on my mind, of course, because
Other than the wig?
other than the wig,
On my
Is it positive or negative?
no, it's very negative.
Okay.
Okay, Chuck, hear me out.
Not surprised.
Why did it take a last-minute drive from the Cowboys, who should have steamrolled past the Texans? Why did it take a last-minute drive to, essentially beat the worst team in the NFL?
To beat a 1-10 team.
1-10-1.
1-10-1. Good enough to tie.
What are your thoughts?
Well, it's one of those, you're very glad that you at least walked out of there with the win. I don't know if it goes to your moral, what was it? Your moral
loss.
Moral loss.
Chuck, it was Dak Prescott.
Actually, I mean, it was a full.
Say it.
It was a full-on team. He does carry more weight because he is the quarterback, but it was a full-on team. But I like how you said, the final drive. And if you think about it, excluding the actual final drive with the defense, where Diggs and homeboy picked it up in the end zone, the drive before that, technically the drive that saved the Cowboys, or that gave the Cowboys another chance to stay in it. After Dak had thrown that interception, I went off on that after the interception. Man, I lost my shit.
I remember the chat. I think it was Tommy that said that's game.
After the interception,
Now,
I don't even remember looking at it.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, okay, so
But the defense, though, they stepped up, held them to nothing. They
you got to credit.
At that point when it was fourth down, I gave credit to the Texans for like, hey, what do we got to lose, right? Let's go for the dagger.
I got to give a shout out to. I got to get a helmet sticker to
It goes all the way around. There's so many people.
to D-Law for that third down stop.
Fourth down.
It
was
it was
third
fourth
down.
Third down. It
Well,
was,
the
it was
key
bar on
one.
fourth. The
There's
key
a whole
one.
bunch.
The key one where he broke through the line. That was DeMarcus Lawrence. But talk to me, Papa. Talk to me. All I'm trying to say is I you see that guy being the
There with it.
I like the little curl right here.
This is bothering me.
But I do gotta give
push
it.
through.
I gotta give a helmet sticker for that stop in the backfield for a loss, and I'm pretty sure he made what's that running back's name? Pierce. I'm pretty sure he made him tweak his ankle, and so
Which made him be out on
yeah,
that last
and
drive.
so they brought in the backup, and I don't know how many degrees of separation are from Peterson from his backup, but I don't just little things like that. And I said to myself, it's gonna take a goal line stand and a miracle drive to win this game. But if you go back to I watched Sounds of the Sidelines or whatever Cowboys, and during Dak Prescott's press conference, he told his team, they asked him, what did you say to your guys? He said, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. Don't worry about it. We're gonna win.
I mean, what do you say at that point? You're losing to
win
1
after
in
he
10.
throws a pick at the 5-yard line. I mean, think about it. With 5 minutes left, that was game 99.99%
Their defense was probably sitting on the bench thinking, like they're having a conversation. All of a sudden they hear what's going on. And like, what the fuck?
They were
just
like,
sat down, but they stepped up.
A lot of people that were cheering Dak on did this before the Texans texted me. They called me. They're already turning their back on him because he's so inconsistent. How do you perform like that in the first half? And let me throw something out at you guys. Dak has the most interceptions since he came back in the whole entire league. He's thrown the most, and 8 of those interceptions are in the first half of these games against a playoff team.
He has
And
9 interceptions.
9
since he's
total.
been back. 8 are in the first half.
8 are in the first half of these games. If we do that against a playoff team, we're done. We're gonna be down by multiple scores. And how many times has that happened in Dak's history? It happened against the Green Bay Packers his rookie year. It's happened against the Broncos last year.
But he
against
beat the
the
Packers his rookie year.
Yeah, but when it counted in the playoffs, it didn't.
Oh,
It didn't happen. It happened on Thanksgiving last year against the Raiders. You fall behind.
Are you sensing a pattern? Is that where you're going?
Oh, there's been a pattern, and I'm off. I've been off, and
the male pattern baldness is gone for now.
well, shit, I might keep the wig. I might keep the wig and dye it brown.
Victor, your thoughts on those final moments leading to a Cowboy victory?
So you all are praising the defense for stepping up in the fourth quarter when it needed to, right?
First.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Where were they the whole beginning before that?
Well, Turpin didn't.
Here's where I'm going to get at.
No sacks.
This is
No sacks.
this is all going to come full circle. This team had hardly any kind of hurries because they were switching with Driscoll,
2 hurries.
who was with 2. Okay.
That's pathetic.
Compared to what? Thank you.
That's pathetic.
0 sacks.
1 QB hit.
Didn't even. You said 2 hurries. Doesn't even feel like there was any kind of hurries. And if those hurries were anything of them trying to throw the ball away,
They
then
didn't
so be it.
sniff the quarterback.
Thank you. Okay. But yet you praise them all for what they did in the fourth quarter.
That-
But yet Dak leads them with 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 98 yards to go and win the game. But he's jack shit, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
I haven't gotten there yet.
right? Yes, because no one is going to talk anything about the defense who let them in the game. Now, granted, Cavante Turbin did drop that ball, that mutt, right? And just after their first series, right?
And Dak threw 2
That
interceptions.
gives them great momentum. And they're thinking like, hey, now we're in this game.
Right.
Now we're in this game. You want to say that Dak has thrown 8 interceptions
9.
in the first half. 8 of them being in the first half,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
When are we going to start putting Kellen Moore on the hot seat on why he's trying to throw the ball that early, right? Because we're a running team first, and you saw what they did. Zeke had 1 touchdown. Pollard had 2, right? Schultz did drop a touchdown in the end zone. Yes, he did.
Schultz dropped 3 balls.
And so did Gallup, who I had said in the previous show has the most underrated, strongest hands that I have ever seen.
Yeah, you did.
And he dropped that ball. Okay, here we go, though. Now I'm going to go to Dak because I just ripped the fucking defense.
Give it to me.
What he's not doing that he did in the beginning of his career is that he's trying to do so much with his arm and not with his legs. That ankle injury, that gruesome ankle injury that he suffered, yes, can be very traumatic. But in those last 2 minutes, he used his legs more than he had done in the entire game and was able to keep the drives alive. Here's another thing that I want to criticize him on. He likes to scramble out of the pocket. I have no problems with that. But he does like to force the ball a lot. There's a lot of times where that lane is open because linebackers are dropping back. Because linebackers now have full confidence that he is not going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball. Yeah. Back in the day, they would keep up. They would leave 1 or 2 because they knew he was going to run. That's what Jalen Hurts does. That's what Josh Allen still does.
Kyler Murray.
He needs to use his legs more. Not all the time. But if you're going to extend the play and you know you can get 5 to 8 yards, he's a 6'2", 245. That guy's built like a linebacker. Even one of the cornerbacks from Washington a couple years ago even said, hey, how come you didn't try to go get him? Would you would have gotten him?
You tackled that.
How about you try tackle 6'2", 245?
You know, going back to what you said about the linebackers, one thing I did notice, and I'm not sure what it's called, but I noticed that what Houston was running was something that I hadn't seen before, where they're forcing Dak to throw the ball in a window between the linebackers and the DBs, and they were creating this pocket window, and I think that's what forced those two interceptions. And I think they might have, I don't know, like not discovered, but exposed a weakness in Dak's game, which is that mid-range pass that we don't see too much. He throws a lot underneath, and Pollard with his yards after contact, and he pumps up those stats, Dak's throwing stats. But I saw that the linebackers are doing something a little different and kind of squeezing that window between the DBs and the second level. And I heard them talking about that on I think it was The Break on DallasCowboys.com, and it's something that I noticed too, and I hadn't seen before. So they're kind of forcing him to be a more accurate quarterback in that 9 to 15, 16-yard range.
So
in the middle of the field.
And the middle,
very poor.
In the middle.
So
that's why they were doing
where's the quarterback? Where's Kellen Moore? Where's the quarterback coach? Where's the offensive coordinator coming in and telling Dak, like, hey, these guys are dropping back. Because they want you to throw.
Yep.
But yet they forget how good of a runner you are. Like, you may not be the fastest, but damn, if it's there, dude, if you can pick up those 8 yards, go and slide. Or go and get out of bounds like you did in that final drive when we needed him.
You feel like maybe he was hesitant to, because he saw his guys dropping like flies.
You want me to tell you how I feel? I believe that they are restricting him from doing a lot of things.
Because they know he
Like
can't really
RPO,
pass
like-
the ball.
Like RPOs.
Like he's not
Or what do
the
you mean?
talent arm.
It goes back to what I've been saying.
Is
We
Chuck still here?
don't need him. We don't need him to pass the ball when we need to. Pass the ball when we need to. When we really need to. We are a running team first. I cannot stress this so much.
He threw the ball 39 times in a win.
And what is he? Okay, but what are his
40
stats?
threshold, right?
Yes.
It was actually the threshold from a win and loss, according to the history, is 28-29.
But the problem with
How much do we run the ball? How many carries?
We ran it. I think 31 times.
Okay, that's the first time this year that we passed it more than we ran it, and we came out with the win.
I was gonna say it's not the first time, but in a win.
But
in a victory.
Yeah.
In a victory.
But the thing is that when you see him get into those high 35, almost 40 passing, it's because we're playing from behind.
Yeah.
And there's no choice.
And turnovers kill. And don't get me wrong. When credit's due, Dak threw some great balls in the last drive, but why does he have to wait until
I agree.
in the first half? Man, he was throwing
I'm
crappy ass
gonna
balls.
throw this out there. Last week I said, okay, we're starting slow. Yeah, we put up 33 in the fourth quarter. Of course that's a fluke. But we waited 3 quarters. The week before we waited 2 quarters. And I said, what are we gonna wait now? We're gonna wait 3.5 quarters, 3 and 3 quarters and that's exactly what we did.
They didn't start playing until
That's exactly what we did.
Now,
So
technically, when they started the game, they looked very efficient. After that first drive, I thought, man, these guys are gonna put up another 40 points.
Right.
That's really how it looked.
it felt that way. Yeah.
They started the game with passing, right? The first drive, they didn't even pass. I'm sorry, they didn't even run.
Yeah.
And they almost didn't have to. They started with 2 play action passes. Now the first one, they tried to go downfield, or they hit Tony Pollard in the flats and he took it onto the sideline. Or it was Zeke, I think. He got 8 yards, so it's 2nd and 2. Now they call a play action pass, which is, I thought, beautifully called. A great play called by Kellen Moore because they took a shot downfield. Gallup was open, but the ball was short.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody kind of thought, myself included, thought, damn it, Dak threw an underthrown ball. But when you look at it, it's technically, it's a play action pass. They're actually, faking the zone, and when you're running play action, the offensive linemen are going to run, or they're taught to run what the play action is in that pass. So in that one, they're told to leave the defensive end alone. So Tyler Smith basically kind of shifted in, and there was a free hit on Dak, so he kind of had to rush that throw. So that's why that one was underthrown. There's another one where he's rolling out, and he's got CeeDee Lamb that was running a shallow route, and then you've got Dalton Schultz behind him. CeeDee Lamb is open for the easy completion, but he chose to get the home run ball, not even the home run ball, but the bigger play by going to Dalton Schultz, and he threw that one across his body, and that's the one that went way above Dalton Schultz's head.
Mm-hmm.
So he did have someone that you're thinking, like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay, I want to mention one thing. Okay, yes, we lost Steele. Now
We lost a lot of guys.
I was watching some tape on Jonathan Ball, right? And I noticed that this guy is a hell of a run blocker. This dude, it was mowing people over, was taking guys 15, 20 yards out of the play. But where he lacked was pass protection, and he caused Dak's arm to get hit on that second interception. And I think he's a liability at right tackle, if you ask me. I think we got to make some serious changes on the offensive line. And his technique, it looks really, really raw. Like he got put in positions where, he lost leverage and he was taking off balance and things that a guy like, Jason Peters and guys that have been there in those positions, in the tackle position. And I'm thinking maybe move Peters out to the right tackle position.
Which is what they did, and he did a freaking fantastic job. That one drive that he was in doing it. Mind you, He's never had any reps at that position, no practice reps at that position.
I think they said he played right tackle as a rookie, and then it was like after that he moved over to left.
Well,
But even then, though, when you spend so many years on the left side, and then you're asking to reverse field and go the opposite side, you're asking to completely.
I think a
switch
veteran
stance.
like that can pull it off.
And he did.
Playing
And he did.
right tackle is easier than left.
Don't say that. It's a different responsibility than having to
However,
play on the left.
well, the thing is that if you're also right
not
hand
easier.
dominant, you're able to shift a lot
Yes.
quicker as opposed to using your left side, and that's why the more skilled are put
On
on
the
the
left.
on the blind side.
Yes.
That's why.
They also call it the stranger when you switch from left to right or right to left. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did.
Speaking of stranger, hey,
I'm looking at one right now.
I'm looking at one right now.
Well, this is stranger danger right
So
here.
let me ask you, Tommy. Okay. So
It's Tammy.
if I were to tell you, Tammy, that both of Dak's interceptions, you know what I would say? I would argue that probably 6 out of the 9 interceptions, if not more, were not Dak's fault.
They were. You want
Poor route running. Poor route running.
No,
You had tip balls.
no. Keep going.
Tip balls. You had Jonathan Ball, like coming off the right tackle after losing Steele.
Making
And
the
getting-
bicep.
Yeah, exactly. Getting hit on the throw.
Let me tell you why they are all Dak's fault.
All of them?
Yes, all of them.
Okay, all
Because
of
the
them.
quarterback needs to anticipate. The quarterback needs to make better decisions. And if he's not anticipating, a lot of the balls that he threw in the last drive, he threw before the receiver made his cut, meaning he anticipated well. All the other ones, all the interceptions, all the bad balls that he's thrown, his anticipation is shit.
So what do you say to the argument where a couple of games ago, where they said CeeDee Lamb was lazy on his route?
That's a decision.
And-
It's a decision that Dak has to throw.
But it's anticipation.
No,
He's not anticipating CeeDee Lamb, a number one wide receiver, is going to be lazy on a route.
that wasn't the call. The read was down over here on the flat to the running back.
So how much would you say
All of them are his fault.
Dak should be paid right now? He's a $40 million quarterback. What would you pay for
Right now,
Dak?
right now, technically, we're getting out of Steele. When you think about what the QB market is right now, and what all
I
the other
think-
guys are getting paid.
I think he.
a QB1 market.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can look at guys like Derek Carr and guys like I'm sure we're gonna get to Purdy here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I think that kid is gonna last pick in the draft.
Dak should be
It's very
paid.
relevant.
So a lot of these teams like Carolina, a lot of these teams like our future opponent Jacksonville. I mean the Jets. A lot of these guys are like quarterback by what is it called?
Committee.
By committee. And so that's what the Texans did to
Out-
us, by the way.
Out of all, go ahead, Mike.
So did they not take them serious, and then they were like, shit, get into it, or what?
It probably had a lot to do with that.
I
They were overlooking them.
I have to say
Well, I
that
don't know because, like I said, after that first drive, they looked good on both sides of the ball, right? And it's not like we said earlier, it was still Turpin muffed that punt. It kind of went a little.
So are you
downhill from
saying-
there
are you-
because
So are you saying in one hint or sniff of adversity we're gonna fold?
I didn't say that. It's just
I
Can I ask you?
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask you.
because we
all-
didn't fold. Had
I
we
want-
lost, that would be folding.
And
And
folded against a
I-
1-10 team.
I have not an example, but there is something. I want to ask you all a real question. Were the Houston Texans just playing better?
I think they wanted it more at the time.
Wait, did you say playing better or playing better?
Are they playing? Because here's my thing. They're 1-10 now, right?
Okay.
Were they were
1-11.
going into the game? They were
Those
1-10,
guys were
right?
making playoffs when Cowboys couldn't
But
sniff
here's
an NFC
here's the thing. It's like one of those.
wild card.
It's like a team that can go like 0-16, but yet they were progressively just getting better at certain things. And I think that what Lovie Smith is doing now with this two tandem quarterback, one kind of like what they do with like Drew Brees back in the
And
day
Hill,
and Tristan Hill.
Tristan Hill.
They got this one guy who was doing really well. Driscoll was running with the ball very well.
That dude could roll out.
Yeah. So I think now that they're onto something, that I know it's so late in the season that they're actually playing a little bit better.
I can't name one offensive position player
just to
in the Texans. That's
closure on what you were saying. So what you're saying,
running back.
He's a really good running back.
what you're saying is that they right now,
I think they were a lot better
week 14.
that they are. Yeah, what they
Week
were
14,
now,
they've gotten better.
as opposed to the last. Dude, they had, and this is a very sad statistic to say, they hadn't scored more than 20 points since week 7.
Gotcha.
They didn't want to get embarrassed, I think, so they played their ass off.
Now,
so
okay, this is a game that they play each other every 4 years.
a lot of those Texans,
You know what I mean?
A lot of those Texans have never played in that game.
It's like you being in high school and you're playing high school football.
And you're 1-10.
And I can go 0-10. But as long as we beat the Bobcats, as long as you beat the Bears, nobody gives a shit. You can lose the rest of your games as long as your inner city rival, you beat them. And you're going to come out and you're going to play hard.
And you know what?
Because you know you're not going to see them
And those
again for another
stadiums
4
are going to
years.
be packed.
Texas A&M. A&M back in the day could lose every single game. As long as they play Texas hard, they can beat them. That's what matters.
You know what? And on top of that, you got a lot of Texans players have never been in a game like this.
Bring that game back.
4 years
They're
ago,
going to, and they are
and they should.
in 2025 when they
Yeah,
have to jump to the
when they go
SEC.
to SEC. But also, you have a team like the Texans. They're professionals. They're playing for their professional lives because maybe next year they're not going to be a Texan. They're putting good play on tape so that maybe that boosts their stock. And so these guys are not going to play down ever in any game. In my opinion, I don't think so. This is the NFL. These are the greatest athletes on the planet.
I have a question, real quick. Why are you wearing the chain today?
Because I grabbed it off the wall.
Okay.
Why are you wearing the wig?
I lost the bet.
Brandon Cooks and the other receiver were out.
They're out.
That kid Moore
Yes.
tore it up. You're
That's what
telling
I'm
me
saying.
that
That's what I'm
that guy,
saying.
yeah, he's like, look at this guy.
Right. I'm like,
We got our Austin Miles.
you got a guy on
We
the
got,
practice
we got our
squad.
Miles
Miles
Austin.
Austin.
We got our Cedric Wilson. We got our, he can be,
Loren Robinson.
and he's a big guy.
Okay.
Lauren Robinson. Good one.
Okay. Let's wrap the Texans up because I'm tired of talking about them because it was a shit game and we should have lost.
Well, I don't know anything about Jackson. Jackson was
No.
See, but the thing
Not
is,
yet,
you say
not
we
yet.
should have lost like you wanted that. Like,
No, I don't want it. Never will I want a loss, but we deserve to lose. Are you worried? I mean, we're
see, but that's the thing, right? You know, we did deserve to lose, but at a certain point, you're struggling and you realize you're struggling against a shit team, and then all of a sudden you kick it into gear and you do what you have to do to win the game. And that, I mean, shit, that's what a good team does, right? When they bounce back, when they're playing like shit, and they come back and they win. They did it as a team now because at certain points they were all playing like shit at all phases of the game.
And
And then they finally did that all phases of the game, started playing better.
And that's what I try to tell. That's what I try to tell a lot of people. Like, guys, we're getting in the dog days. Injuries are starting to take place. We got hit with a lot of them. Like, we're not always gonna go and blow everybody up. You talk about consistency. I get it, and I'm gonna agree with you on Sunday's game.
You're channeling Diggs right now.
That Dak did play like shit.
He did.
No, dude, like.
Everybody did.
If I'm going to sit here and tell you that he did not, then I did not watch the same game that you all did.
Right.
The guy played complete trash. But then we can see him this Sunday against Jacksonville, and he can go off.
I'm
Don't sleep
scared.
on them either.
I'm scared of Jacksonville, but we'll get to them right now. It's becoming a pattern the last 25, 26 years that this is the type of cowboy football. It's what to expect from the Cowboys. You know, when it matters, or you know, when expectations are high, and I hate to quote Stephen A. Smith, but the Cowboys will find a way to fuck shit up.
Well, you know,
And
you
we
kind of
almost
outgrow
did.
that
We
stuff.
almost did.
How long ago were we, you know, the worst team in December? I mean, how long has it been since we've been thought of as the worst team in December? Remember that? There was something like, oh, this team can't win in
With
December.
Romo.
Yeah, and then now that moniker is gone. So
Now,
I think to
look
say
at
that
last year. Look at this year. I mean, I think the pattern is there, and I just think Dak's gonna find a way to fuck it up.
they did what they had to do to win. Now, granted, it was against the 1-10 team. Can you do that against the Eagles? Can you do that in the NFC Championship?
Let's hope.
Can he do that in the Super Bowl if he has to? Exactly. Let's hope.
I honestly believe before Dak Prescott's career is over, he's gonna hoist a Super Bowl trophy.
But before we move on from
I
him,
hope so.
there was on that last drive, even before the last drive, there were some throws that he made that you were like, "Holy shit!"
How did he freaking do
Yeah, and not only that, Tommy, he was inside his own 2-yard line, and the touch pass that he had to throw to get that over the leaping linebacker that missed it.
That's what they were doing.
The
Hey,
touch
hey, even
when
Baker
they had been
Mayfield
exactly
can
when they
throw
but
the
when
pass every
they
now
had
and
been
then.
blocking it the whole game, and he finally figured it out. Right, and I will give him props for that. He finally
He
figured
made
it out
adjustments
when he
yeah.
needed to. He adjusted his throws and he made it happen. And then there was a drive before that where we tried to run it and we couldn't. I mean, we were getting stuffed. And on first down, we got stuffed at the line of scrimmage. On second down, we ran for a loss of 2 yards. So there we are, 3rd and 13, and he throws a dart to Noah Brown. I mean, that was the only play that we got positive yardage on.
Hey, real quick, James Washington,
Your boy?
welcome back to the NFL.
I got popped.
He and he's a veteran. I know he's a veteran. He's 30 years old, whatever it is. But
He's 26.
or what? He's 26.
Yes.
He looks 30.
Look, you look 30. You're right.
He looks 30.
It's because he doesn't get a fade. He has his hair all one length. The guy needs to get a fade. Seriously. I was looking at him. I was like, bro, why do you look so
How old
old?
are you? 13, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah.
You look 30.
You 30.
That's why we had to change the word.
Yeah. So what I mean is like, okay, why did they throw? Okay, he's supposed to be a deep threat. Why did they throw
A slant.
across the middle slant
Bro.
and let him get blown up?
Leave it to Dak.
He's supposed to be a vertical threat.
Why is it Dak's fault? He doesn't make the plays. He doesn't make the book, dude.
Dude, but James Washington was brought to Dallas to go vertical
Oh.
because that's what he did in Pittsburgh. And the first time they throw to him.
No, he reached out to him several times.
You know how they have all those guys, like those young guys that just stand on the sidelines? I bet you one was just on his phone, like, hey, look, man, T.Y. Hilton wants to be a cowboy. And Kellen Moore's are like, yo, let's hit homeboy on the slant.
Let's knock him out of the game.
Let's hit homeboy on the slant.
Dude, we'll get to T.Y. Hilton in here shortly in a minute.
Okay, but I wanted to ask you something. Are we moving on?
We're moving on, but hurry
Are we
up.
going to Micah?
Yes, but so go. Hurry up.
Well, and it's all. I just okay.
You were gonna ask me something.
other side of the ball. No, yeah, I was gonna transition to something that I think has been on a lot of Cowboy fans' minds.
It's on my mind and it's worrying me a lot. Micah Parsons is disappearing. He's slowly evaporating from the conversation.
I've already said it.
We
know.
talked
We're
about
getting
last week.
into the dog days.
And you
dude.
don't think Nick
These guys
Bosa-
are getting tired.
And Nick Bosa or what?
Nick Bosa's left. Nick Bosa hasn't played a lot this year. You know that, right? He's missed.
He's had 14 and a half sacks.
He's also missed. He's got fresh legs in the latter part of a season.
I don't know. I'm getting worried that
Old man Justice.
I'm
In Oakland?
I'm getting worried because Micah Parsons.
This guy
He's gonna count on that
going
pizza.
to town, bro.
What I tell you?
I
I
get
think-
a camera
Dude, this guy.
on our
Hey,
post over here.
Hey, bro.
I didn't even know he was gone. Wait.
Hey, dude. Hey, no te dan de comer en las casas, no?
No te da
No te dan de comer en la casa.
Chuck will never refuse a good pizza.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Boys gotta eat. Hey, dogs gotta eat.
Hey.
Okay, so
All right, look,
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with Vic because he's a bit rowdy right now, and I like it.
Okay.
So
Alrighty, friends.
So why is he's putting himself further and further away from the Defensive Player of the Year conversation? We started this talk last week. That even that previous week, he didn't do much.
Right.
And yes, I know, double team, triple team, blah blah blah. So everyone else is getting their sacks. It seems like Micah Parsons' name is getting called less and less as the season goes on, and that worries me because You think he's reserving his tank?
I believe that Micah Parsons plays a lot harder than those people. You want to throw in Nick Bosa, right? Now he has 14 and a half sacks, right? And the reason why I think is because I don't see Nick Bosa running down sideline to sideline.
Thank you.
Michael Parsons goes
Right,
hard
and not only that,
on every single play. And that's why, 11 sticks, sideline to sideline. The guy is going to go hard, and that's why you see him resting more.
that's it. Maybe I don't know if it was a little too much, but I mean, there's times when he's not in there, we're kind of thinking like, hey, where's Micah Parsons? We're wondering, is he hurt?
No, it's probably because of the last two plays, the ball went away from him, and he's trying to go over there and make the tackle. He's always there, dude. He's always there in the mix. He's always going to be on the camera.
If I'm not mistaken,
Those other defensive ends, real quick, like Nick Bosa, they're not as fast as Michael Parsons.
But they're defensive ends.
But they can't be.
They're
But
big boys.
And I remember I mentioned that.
Yeah, they're defensive ends that cannot play linebacker, cannot play
No.
every linebacker position, inside, outside,
Right.
middle. They can't play linebacker position. They can't go and cover a tight end. They can't go and work both the right and left tackles. They can't do any of that shit.
Does Nick Bosa?
Well, I mean, but
I think there's more upside.
Is he still hurt?
is he hurt?
with his groin? And I don't know.
Who?
But
Everybody's
Micah.
banged up right now.
Everybody is banged up.
That's what.
But-
That's what I'm trying to tell somebody.
Are you hurt or are you injured?
We're in the dog days. I mean, injuries are, these guys have been playing through injuries. It's football. Everybody's gonna get banged up. Is it something notable to put on the injury report? Probably not. But Jesus, man, we're gonna, we get knocked around.
Thigh contusions and
Dude, you need to stop already.
I want him at least 3 sacks a game.
he ends the year with 51 sacks.
This is not the what is
But
the
hold
UCL?
Hold on. If he doesn't get them, are you calling him out? Are you yelling at him? Are you getting at him?
No, because
Because what?
Micah,
Because
what?
No, go ahead.
3 sacks a game.
He's disappeared. He hasn't had a sack since
No, but I'm asking you,
Minnesota.
how many touchdowns a game do you want from Dak?
I want 1 or 2.
I thought one.
I want Pollard and Zeke to have a lot of touchdowns. I don't want Dak. And going back to Dak, and we're going to come back to Parsons, the less Dak has the ball or purposeful touches for Dak, the less, the better. Hand the dang ball off, and I'm good.
But that's the
Not
scheme.
purposeful,
That's the
though.
game plan.
But it goes
It is,
out,
right?
right?
Because his successful he's more successful in the passing game off of play action, which means you've got to run the ball or at least have a successful running
Is it
game.
me or did we not see a lot of play action on
Yeah, we
Sunday?
did. Yeah, we
I
did.
don't think we saw enough.
No, not enough, but because a lot of the time we're playing.
What I did like to see, we didn't see a lot of fucking stupid trickery shit.
No, we didn't, but
nobody
we still
wants to
managed
see
to suck.
trickery
I
shit.
hate it when he does that so early. In the
Tammy's
game.
gonna get mad that we shifted back over to offense.
Yeah, so let's go back to the defense.
Sorry,
Micah
Tammy.
Parsons. So, are you worried? Is he hurt? Are you worried that he's gassed? Are you worried that he's just not the player we thought he was?
Whoa.
I'm going there.
Dude,
I'm going there.
Nah, you want me to answer you seriously or do you want me to take it back?
I need to put you in the body bag. You better answer.
All right, look. First
Take
of
me to
all,
the back.
Micah Parsons is still, in my opinion, the best two-position player in the entire NFL. Now, I mean he's the best defensive lineman
Edge rusher.
and edge. I think he's the best edge rusher, and when he goes to the linebacking position, he's the best linebacker in the NFL. Now, that being said, there are a lot of guys that are obviously, we've made this point before, that finally the pressure's off D-Law. So now he can do what he does. And he's a run stopper. And he proved that on that goal line stand. So you're seeing other guys eat in a way that has not been afforded some of these other guys that have been waiting for a player. Like, we thought Van Der Esch was going to be that guy. We thought Smith was going to be that guy. And of course, now who's Smith play for?
Giants.
The Giants. And
So, in other words, you're saying everyone's going to get a piece of the pie. Not one person's going to really stand out.
dude, you got sacks all the way from cornerbacks, to safeties, to I mean, Quinn is like loving this, having this one player that has the dynamic ability to affect every position on the field.
I wonder.
He's still that guy.
I want to go back
Quinn-
to.
Micah Parsons is still that guy.
Dan Quinn was getting mind fucked on Sunday with 2 fucking quarterbacks. He didn't know what to fucking do.
He was
like-
pulling a Super Bowl or what?
No, like
Well,
I
second
mean,
half
that's-
Super Bowl?
maybe so. I mean, it's kind of like what. And even the commentators, they kind of said it early on. They said, "Oh, they had this secret weapon, or they kept this guy in their back pocket." Talking about Jeff Driscoll. One, because of his ability to run the ball. Two, because his familiarity with.
You said kind of sounded like Collinsworth
System.
right there.
Oh, real boring.
How dare you?
I can't stand.
I know it.
How
How dare
Why?
you.
I like the guy.
Why, dude? He sucks.
Now here's a guy.
He's not bad.
No, he's not, dude.
I know, but he was like, hey,
No,
had him
here's
in
a
his
guy.
back pocket. Ah, secret
And Greg
weapon.
and Greg Olson sucks also.
Oh,
Can't
he's
stand that guy, dude.
He's good.
Oh
Oh,
god.
my God.
Here we go.
It's the wig talking.
Yeah, I think it's on too
Christ.
tight. Hey, that's gonna be one of Dan Quinn's biggest demise that I've noticed that he struggles with mobile quarterbacks. But it's like I tell you,
But he
drop,
never decided to put a spy on him. or
drop
somebody,
J.
or-
Ron
or-
Curse. Drop. I've said it.
He
Drop
had a
J.
freak-
Ron.
he had a
Drop
freak
Wilson.
injury- He had a freak injury pregame.
Leave him there.
Yeah, wait, but Dan Quinn, if he wants to be head coach someday in the NFC East, Cowboys.
He doesn't want to.
If he wants
In
to.
the NFC East?
In the NFC East, Cowboys,
Doesn't
hopefully. Oh, wait, all right. But if he wants, he wants to continue to be DC in the NFC East, he's got to deal with Jones, mobile quarterback.
He'll be gone.
Jalen Hurts, mobile quarterback.
There you go.
And whoever the hell is going to be in the Commanders, obviously it's not going to be, what the hell is his face?
Heineke.
You want more of that
Yeah,
pizza,
Heineke.
don't you?
I was.
He's looking over there.
He's eyeing that box.
He looks like a string.
He's
Make
making-
sure nobody else
he's-
is in there.
He's making little ojitos at the at the pizza.
So, okay.
Looking like a Logan Paul brother reject.
Oh,
What is that? The
Better
UFC
reject.
fighter? What is that UFC fighter thing?
Patty the
Uriah
Batty?
Faber?
Patty the.
You look like you write a favor.
I need corn. What is it? Braids for that.
Yeah.
No, Batty the.
Patty the
Patty
Batty.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You look like the guy from that music video. Dude looks like a lady.
So Chuck, answer my question because you did it.
The next time you lose a
Okay.
bet,
Are you worried about Micah Parsons moving forward?
No, not so much. I don't think he's. I think he's in a situation kind of like what Victor's saying. He's giving it everything he has, going 110%. And when he needs to kind of recharge the battery, bring it back down to neutral, he
You
kind
think
of,
you can? You can turn it up.
Yeah.
It's on call for him.
Well, I wouldn't say it's on call, but he knows
on
the
call.
body when it's,
Dude, if you are a high school athlete, middle school, or just a kid that's just a huge fan of the game, you need to watch Micah Parsons play to see what it is to give it your all. And I'm not saying that these other NFL professionals are not giving it their all, but the way this guy plays
His motor.
is phenomenal. And I want to say something that I want to. Oh, dude.
something that's
Obviously,
close to your heart.
this is my opinion, right? But I feel like I feel this way about him, that he's so unselfish, is that I don't think he cares about the sacks. The title, having that, sack leader, I don't think he cares. If it happened, I mean, if he's gonna sack you, he's gonna sack you.
I think
But I don't think he's like.
I think he only cares about them because he knows, not for stats purposes, but because they're game changers. They'll make the difference that his team needs. And I think
Right.
that is,
well, that's why they
what's
call
on
him
his
sacks. You remember why they call him sacks?
Oh yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
do.
not it's not like Shark LeVay where he's trying to hit that bonus.
Well,
You
okay.
Those incentives.
Don't you drop me.
So last question.
Hold on. Before
Oh, here we go.
hold on. Before we move on from Micah, okay? This might be a transition, whatever the hell you want to say. But okay, Victor, you talked about Micah being unselfish.
Yeah.
Now he's been very vocal this week. He has put himself in the hot seat
And all
more
sorts
than
of
once,
ways.
and all sorts of politically around the league talk. He's put himself out there. Now,
We'll stick with the sports talk.
I won't get into the political talk, but he did make a statement, and then what I didn't like was that he totally backpedaled from it.
Yeah.
Well, and we won't get into that, but then now he starts He goes on Von Miller's show, and
The Von cast.
the Von cast, and he starts talking about the Eagles, most specifically Jalen Hurts, and how much. And Von Miller's question was, how much of the Eagles' success can you attribute to Jalen Hurts? And
The system.
The conversation was, it went from a lot, and he's outspoken. He says, hell no, and when I see something, I'm not necessarily a vocal person, but when I see something that's wrong, I'm going to say something. And he went so far as to say it's a system and it's a team. And so he started to be way more vocal than you've seen a second year guy. He's starting. I think this is where his personality is starting to match his play.
Yeah.
And he's coming out and
But
he's creating a situation where he's vocal on and off the field.
Right.
But I want him to back it up instead of backing off what he's been saying.
Back it up on the field.
But
Back it up on the field.
that leads to my thought about him, where he's not about the sacks, he's about the plays.
So, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That makes a lot of
it
sense.
does, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good or bad idea for Micah Parsons, obviously the leader of the defense in his second year. Good or bad idea that he's talking like this? I mean, we're going to play the Eagles Christmas Eve. Bulletin board material came to my head right away and said, that's bad. The Eagles don't need any more motivation.
We're playing Jacksonville first, though.
No. But we're on the Jalen Hurts topic here.
But he was asked a question. He gave his opinion. He didn't back down from that one, which you gotta respect there. But I don't think it's. I think the guy can say what he wants because he faces Jalen Hurts twice a year. He's not.
He knows what he's getting into.
He's not saying shit just to say it.
I think it's great.
He's not talking shit just to make Von Miller's show better.
Dude, you need to understand, we're 11-3.
No, 10-3.
We're 10-3.
Damn, you're already looking past the Jaguars.
And
Jaguars.
the Eagles are what?
The Jaguar?
They're
12-1.
12-1. I mean, if you're a Cowboy or anybody else underneath that record, you're talking shit. Would you
But
like
do they need that extra motivation?
Do you? Okay, if you're the what sounds? If
Maybe
you're the
maybe
Cowboy,
maybe he's motivating
do
his
you
guys,
want to
man.
be?
Hey.
Do you want to be 12-1 or do you want to be 10-3?
But a lot of these players, they don't like to put a lot out there because a lot of these on the opposite end, you have those players. Oh shit, he's talking shit. We're gonna knock their heads off.
You don't need to get up.
to-
You don't need to get up for a 12-1 versus or a 12 or 13-1 or potentially 11-3 Dallas Cowboys versus Eagles in December on Christmas Eve. You don't need NFC East title on the line. You don't need bulletin board material to get up. I think he understands that, and he's going to talk all the shit he wants.
The Eagles and Cowboys are a bigger rivalry than the goddamn Redskins.
Ma'am.
Sorry, than the Commanders. Sorry. But you know that, dude, we were in Vegas watching that win or die game. Go home or make it to the playoffs when they played against the Eagles, and then we'll stomp them.
I was
in Philly.
trashed.
Yeah, we were there. I mean,
You had a blown away.
I don't remember the game.
You need to talk trash, dude. You do.
Thank you.
Have to.
Thank
Okay.
you. Why not?
I just
It
wanted to
is
get
the
the
nature-
panels.
You're not.
It's the nature of the beast.
You're not gonna get more hyped up. Oh, what he say?
We're gonna go.
What he say?
We're gonna go.
Get the little
I would be,
thumbtack and
dude.
put that
If
shit on the board.
anything,
Put that on the board.
I would be.
That's gonna hype me up. No, my man.
I would be more pissed if Michael was like, "Well, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do our best and we're gonna try to win that game and come out with it." Dude, what do you mean?
Or
We're gonna go out there, we're gonna fucking hit them hard, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and we're gonna let Jalen that we're gonna be here.
Is that
all
a
right,
credible
all
source?
right. I like where this is going.
Is that a credible source, Chuck?
I don't know. It's just a tweet that I was.
So apparently,
We can save it for later.
Yeah, we can.
We'll save it.
Don't
We'll
worry.
save it for later. Look at Tommy's face.
All right, look, we're gonna and we gotta talk. Are we gonna mention the Jaguars today?
We will.
That's who we're playing.
We'll do predictions.
I can't name one player on the Jaguars.
Did anyone look up
Jaguar?
who won the ornament?
Yeah, Victor's on it.
What? Actually, I have
That
some
is-
other really good news that I want to talk to you about. Because I know we were talking about some accusations. I want to talk about, when we can, talk about the newly additions.
Yes,
we
that was
have
actually
picked up.
next, and then we're.
Is
gonna-
it?
Yeah.
Go get a pizza check. I know you want
No, what?
it.
So that's the ornament that we're gonna give away here pretty soon for guessing the closest to the score
Ornament?
from the Texans Cowboys, which I don't think any of us were close because.
Choose anybody.
So
Well, okay. Oh, look at that. Shit, what was my score? What did I predict?
Merry Christmas.
It's up on the screen.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So now, again, guys, let's not look past the Jaguars. Jaguars have been playing some pretty good football. They've been putting up some. I mean, look what they did to the Ravens. Look, they're scoring some points.
Mm-hmm.
They're lighting up the scoreboard. How do we feel? How do we feel about
Mike is the closest, 35-14.
35-14?
Mike, but isn't he a Vikings fan?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, he'll have a
No,
cowboy.
I mean I'm talking about the ones that were.
He'll have a cowboy ornament for his tree.
But
Take
those-
away one touchdown from us and give it to the other team, and it's pretty even.
Tammy at 24-3.
Yeah, but you got
No, yeah, you're right. Victor 27-0.
What? That was a real score.
Bro, okay, you got one of them right. You got one
You
of them
said 0. You really thought they were gonna be under the 7 points also?
Yeah, but I didn't bet you.
No, I know that, but I didn't.
right. He's got his own hair on.
I already have enough hair. I don't
I didn't
need
think
more
I
hair.
Labrador hair.
I may walk around with this.
You actually look pretty good, dude.
Thank
I'm not
you.
gonna lie.
You do look very approachable,
Thank you.
more so than with your regular.
If you
looks.
lived like in Austin, you'd fit right in.
Right?
If you lived at Willy Wonka's factory,
Oh, okay.
you would. I mean,
Are you gonna announce it?
Who did we decide? Did we decide who it's gonna be?
Well, it just
Okay.
depends.
first of
We got
all,
close.
he's scribbling over here, isn't he? What's going on?
This guy's drawing pizzas.
Okay, all right. Can we talk about the Jaguars like
Quickly.
2 minutes?
All right, quickly,
2
hurry up.
minutes. Okay, just me.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like the quarterback position over there is a vulnerable one. They do have a decent offensive line. They have this momentum because in the AFC, anything's possible over there right now.
Yeah. They're playing
And-
hot.
and-
They're playing hot ball right now.
NFC, I mean, you got to have a winning record to be able, unless you're division leader like the damn 6-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The last few games, they have the best air game, the passing attack in the league.
Okay, first
Trevor
of all,
Lawrence is actually coming into his own right now.
Yeah, he is.
really well.
He's,
Well,
He's
Ponle Hickey.
What I like to say about Trevor Lawrence is playing well is because he also has some weapons now. He has his counterpart that he had when he was in Clemson. He has Travis Etienne, and then he has Christian Kirk, and there's another receiver there too as well that can give you problems.
Christian Kirk has been putting up some pretty decent numbers this year.
this is good news for the Cowboys.
So is
because-
Diggs on Kirk, or is Diggs on?
Well, Kirk is not. I mean,
Is he more slot? Or
he's
is
more
he
slot. He's not like a big
He's more
guy.
slot.
So this is good news for Micah actually because
Unhandicapped.
now this is the first true quarterback since Aaron Rodgers because I don't count Kirk Cousins.
I do want to say something though.
Go for it.
Good luck bringing Trevor Lawrence down.
a big dude, man.
He's a big kid, bro.
Ponle casa.
No lo sé.
Yo vivo con él.
Y de bloque that. Y de bloque.
So
Okay.
good news, Micah Parsons is the first true pocket passer since.
What did you say?
No, dude, Trevor Lawrence runs the ball. He ran a lot. in
No, I
Clemson.
meant like his true his DNA is passing the ball like in the pocket. I'm gonna make my reads.
You're looking a little bit like
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence right now.
Thank you.
So I mean, but
Not by
do they
choice.
allow him? Do they allow him to go RPO or what is it? What is their scheme over there offensively? 'Cause
Throw the ball.
If they have throw the ball,
Mm-hmm.
anybody got
I have no fantasy
A
players.
Jaguar?
In Jaguars. I don't know anybody. I don't even know what they
well,
run.
shit, my whole roster looks like the
You've
Jaguars.
been sucking for like 10 years in
Okay,
fantasy
first of
Dude,
football.
you finished dead last again, bro.
Dude, it's like every other year
Your
for
fantasy
this guy.
team is as worse as the Texans.
Have you ever made the playoffs in our league?
Yes.
No, you have not.
Yes, they have
When?
Fact check that.
twice.
He's lying.
Remember that year when everyone made the playoffs?
I
Do you remember?
8 out of
10.
10.
That was a good year.
No, it wasn't.
We all ate that deep or what?
No, 10 men.
I wanted to try it.
This guy put 8
I
playoff
have a
teams.
10-man league and I put 8 players
I had
at one time
I had
just for shits and giggles.
I had a
And then-
deep playoff run.
Olivares' team was like 14-0,
They went like undefeated.
and they
first
lost
round.
in the first round to a team that was like 5-10.
I think that might have been me.
Hey, anything,
Anything
any given Sunday.
that was
Anyway.
chaos. Wait, everyone
So-
made the playoffs.
And I'm playing Laura, by the way.
First round,
Playing her, and you're playing Swag.
I am. I'm playing my father-in-law. I'm gonna kick his ass.
And my wife
Hey,
and my
are you
team
gonna be
have
wearing that
first
wig
round
when you do
lives.
it?
Huh?
You gonna be wearing that wig while you do it?
No, I'm gonna put the wig on him.
Wait a minute, am I seriously mathematically out of the playoffs?
Yes, you are.
Dude,
The
you
bracket's
finished
set.
dead last
Week
again.
3? Dude,
Who was your first round?
never mind.
Who was your first round draft? Just curious.
First of all,
I think this guy would rather drink beer the draft night than draft because
He gets hammered all the time.
every
He goes auto.
oh
draft.
brother, that was him.
that was
He
me
went
last
auto
year.
draft.
That was
Never
an
made
accident.
it.
What'd
We
you
were
go?
at,
What'd you
uh,
go this
Start
year?
using like a coin, dude.
We're
Like
at-
a coin flip and start making your choices like that.
I'm just gonna do what Tommy did. Fake like I can't get into my league, and then auto draft and have the greatest draft.
And makes it
Of all
into the
time.
playoffs. It makes
And
it into the playoffs. Yes.
Yeah, Victor, don't even invite me next year. I'll just auto draft me.
Whatever.
Put me on auto draft right now.
You know what? I won't even let you know.
Don't
Yeah.
even. I should. After 10 years, I should not be allowed to draft.
So
I should be
let's
allowed
make
to-
our predictions for Jacksonville.
Hold on.
Wait.
I want to talk about the pickups.
Make it quick.
Remember, this is a 3-hour special.
So the picks are no. I just want to talk about. I know we picked up Trey. I know we picked up T.Y. Hilton.
T.Y. Hilton.
There's somebody that I want to talk about on
Trayvon,
on the defensive
not
side.
Martin, it's Mullen.
What?
Trayvon Mullen.
Okay.
Not Trayvon Martin.
What I want to say is
Anthony Rush,
okay. keep going.
defensive tackle. Let's say it again. T.Y. Hilton, obviously we know he's a receiver.
We need a
Trayvon Mullen,
we need a
cornerback. He was with the Raiders. He got dropped by the Raiders. He was a second-round pick in 2018. So I feel he's on the practice squad now, but I
Is
feel
he a
he's
Pisces or what?
No, let me
Capricorn.
tell you something about
Shit.
Trayvon.
Can he
let me
defend
tell you
the
something
ball?
about Trayvon Mullen,
say it.
and he's gonna be my sleeper, and I think he's gonna do great things, and I hope it's soon. Let me tell you something about him. In 2016, out of high school, he was the number 2 cornerback in the nation. Number 2. He passed up LSU and Florida State and went to Clemson. He played in the 2019 national title team with Trevor Lawrence and his counterpart, J-Ron Kurz, who's now a teammate. He was the defensive MVP in the national title game. Trevor Lawrence was the offensive MVP. He was the defense. He had one interception, 1 sack, and he tore it up.
Gotcha. Wait, when's my birthday?
However, this is defense, dude. I'm gonna,
Yeah, I know.
you know,
Guys like
he is bigger and taller than Trayvon Diggs. He stands at 6'2". Trayvon's 6'1".
So what was the problem?
He dealt with toe and hamstring issues.
Not to mention Trayvon Diggs
His whole time.
is a receiver.
when he was in high school. They converted him into a cornerback when he went to Alabama.
That's what I'm saying.
He's bigger, and I hope that he makes a quick impact very, very soon, because but Kelvin Joseph, they're gonna tee off on him, and he plays.
Yeah,
he's small.
Good.
no.
You can see
I
what Trayvon does.
I told you last week that you put him in nickel.
This guy stands 1 foot taller than Trayvon. He's gonna be an issue if you line him up.
1 foot taller than Trayvon.
It's a lot.
Well, okay. Some guys play big.
Sorry,
1 inch,
no.
What?
He's 6'1". This guy's 6'2".
2, 1 inch.
1 inch. Sorry.
I
don't know why I said it.
A foot taller.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
7 feet.
And I'm trying to save this guy. Some guys play big.
Thank you.
I mean,
No, my
you
bad.
know, gotcha. This guy is 31 degrees Celsius taller.
Look, all I'm saying is that the guy has a lot of high expectations. Injuries have been he's dealt with injuries his entire NFL career. Very short NFL career though. And he's young, so I hope he makes
Well,
an immediate
we got-
impact. And I'm really looking
We got
forward to
these
it.
guys cheap, so hopefully they can make a strong and good impact on the practice squad, and they jumped to the the squad, 54-man roster.
We definitely help at corner.
Yeah,
And
that's for sure.
I'm telling you, man. That's if you see that guy
Cornerbacks
out
are
there.
dropping like.
Think of me. Think of everything I told you about this kid. This kid had really great potential coming out of college.
I'm gonna have to go back to the tape to hear everything you said about him, which was a lot, like an exorbitant amount of information. But can he
You were
play?
also very
Can
high
he
on
play?
Joseph.
Yeah,
Can he play?
He can
Dude,
play.
yes, he is a very individual shutdown.
Like you said, like you said. I mean, think about Joseph. I mean, I'm all ready to ship this guy out to Jacksonville or somewhere else. But how can we get rid of a second round draft pick like that? You know, and for him to just be playing
The
special
Raiders did.
teams, you know, I don't see that. I don't see that probable.
Chuck, we'll put him and Jaden Tolbert in some kind of package.
Well, okay, what did Tolbert do
I'm still
to
thinking.
get on the shit list?
He's on the doghouse, dude. He did
What did
something,
he?
I'm not sure.
And did you hear what Kellen Moore said about Tolbert? I don't know if you saw Kellen Moore's press conference, but I mean, he was like, "Oh man, that guy has done everything necessary to be a Dallas Cowboy. He's one of the special guys on our team.
So he
He
just
continues
sucks.
to amaze us and blah and blah blah blah." Okay, but this guy can't get a snap.
Noah Brown.
This guy can't get a rep. So then, okay, so
Fuck him.
why draft this guy in the first place? What are we doing with this guy?
Outside potential.
Because we were hurting
Is
at
he-
the time.
but he doesn't play special teams.
We didn't know what we were gonna do with our receiving corps after we had lost Amari Cooper.
There was a mad scramble. That's why we got James Washington. That's why we shored up with Noah Brown. That's why what I'm saying. Like I think we did. Dude, we're 7 heavy at wide receiver right now.
I think it's too much.
That's with Ty coming in 7 heavy, and then he was showing me a little while ago that the Cowboys might sign OBJ sooner than we think, and get that guy out of the
I
conversation.
don't understand how James Washington now fits into the conversation now that you have T.Y. Hilton. I don't understand.
Because Ty is a vertical threat. I mean, he's a smaller guy, but that guy can still go yard.
They're gonna run him on the slant.
And boom.
So let's get to it. Let's get to our predictions.
Let's
Maybe
get,
like
Jacksonville.
hey, man, let's get you to a beauty shop.
They're gonna sell it. Hey man, OBJ said he's at for $5 million. Kellen Moore's gonna be like,
What do you think about
throw him on one slant.
predictions for
Right
Jacksonville?
on a slant. And he got blown up.
Ah man, what's the line?
Not good.
26 and a
minus
half.
5. Minus 5. Cowboys minus 5.
Well, there you go.
See, the line came back to earth because 17 and a half in the NFL. No, just roll. I would take the underdog every time. 17 and a half.
What's the weather like in Jacksonville that day?
Sunny or maybe a tornado.
I'm gonna go.
Sunny or maybe a tornado. Okay. Back to you. That was the
I'm gonna go a little high scoring. I'm gonna go 31.
It gonna rain.
It gonna rain.
Family guy?
I'm gonna go 31-26.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're right. You're on the right track. You
No,
are.
first of all,
It's a
Aaron,
shootout. It's a shootout.
calm the fuck down.
What's the score like? And don't give me.
I gotta write down the algorithm.
Jacksonville?
31-26.
31-26.
Okay, you go.
All right.
Trump, you're up.
I'm gonna go 35-17.
Insane.
Cowboys.
Oh well.
You
Buddy?
never said it.
Is this the first time we do
There
it?
you go. I know you're
First time. In the
Here we go.
Warning,
This guy can never just say
2-minute
two.
warning.
This guy can never say numbers.
I remember my
2-minute
first time.
warning history. I want to go Jacksonville 24, Cowboys 23.
Take off that chain.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm fucking serious. I think
It's not the first time I
But
predict.
even then, you know what,
the
man?
game.
We've got 4 games left, and they're all pretty difficult.
We're coming off. I really don't think that that the Cowboys are listening to all the noise. Like, oh, it took you a last-second 2-minute drive to beat the 1-10 Texans. That is a professional football team over there that was playing their asses off. Goal line stand, turnovers, special teams. Those guys were playing for their professional lives and for Lovie Smith. Guys play for Lovie Smith.
They're putting out tape.
So now we go to Jacksonville, and so what are we going to do over there? Well, we're bleeding. We got to stop the bleeding in the offensive line. Figure out what we're going to do there. Is Jason Peters going to be a right tackle?
He has to.
Are we moving?
Terrence Steele was officially placed on.
Why the hell didn't Tyron Smith play? That's what I want to know.
He's clearly not ready.
Well, clearly that guy looked like a
You know that Tyron's making his debut.
truck.
That's good. We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah. I would have liked to see at least 20 snaps.
Tyrone is making his debut, and so is Ty. Ty has a really good chance to play against Jacksonville.
Let's do it. Compadre, what are your predictions?
23-20, boys.
All right, 23-20.
All right.
I still
There
can't
you
believe
have
it.
It's not
still can't
about
believe what you
it's not
said.
about that.
You didn't even hit the round of the league yet.
No.
You're
What are
just
you
so
doing?
anxious-
He's
so
gonna take
anxious
off
to
that
get
wig. Yeah.
We're done.
Okay, run the league real quick. I got one thing.
Here we go.
Kyler Murray, poor guy, ACL, out in Arizona. Shouts out to him. I like the way that his team rallied around him, and while he was there being carted off, showed their support and love for their quarterback. Best to him. A speedy recovery for Kyler Murray.
Good one.
What do you got, dumbass?
Nothing.
Shit. What do you got?
I'm still trying to think. Victor's.
I got. I
got more.
What?
No, that's what I was gonna say. What do you got around the league?
UTRGV hired their first football coach.
Hey, there we go.
Travis Bush, a high school coach at a New Braunfels Canyon Lake, but he still has ties through TCU, a little college.
Yeah, he does have NFL connections.
They start their first in 2026?
5.
2025, man.
Wow.
First
Hey,
team, dude.
put me in, coach.
And they'll be playing here at HB Park.
HB Park.
HB Park, man. Where
That's
the
awesome.
Donuts play.
You know what? Also around the league, I thought it was Purdy stomped Brady's guts out, but Brady was I think gentleman enough to sign the ball
Interception.
that he threw an interception to the linebacker, who I don't know if he was a rookie or what, but he autographed the ball that he threw the interception to the linebacker.
The guy won't even say hi to Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Dude, you need to understand.
Brady?
Yeah.
These kids were
Banging Giselle or what?
these guys were in elementary watching Tom Brady win Super Bowls.
Bro,
I mean, you know what they're just starstruck. To see him and go get the autograph, dude, they're just still like little children wanting an autograph from an NFL star.
absolutely.
That's what they are.
They're
And kudos to
Calm
him.
down, Pelosi.
Kudos to him for being a good
I was
sport.
hoping you
there are
catch
grown
it.
men
Asking for his autograph.
that do not know any other quarterback
Yeah.
than that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's all
That's
I
off,
have.
Chuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. We do have the ornaments. That ornament brought to you by Norma's Boutique Bargain Bazaar. in the Mercado
That's a
District.
nice one.
Nice.
I like that place, man. It's fun to go there.
It is. So who won?
Mr. What does it say here? Mr. Alex Serna.
Serna.
Alex Serna.
A long time follower.
Alex Serna.
Pow, pow.
Congratulations.
Tommy rigged it.
Congratulations. Until next week.
See
ladies
you
and
guys.
gentlemen, This is a 2-minute warning. Hey, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you at Buffalo Wild Wings on the 20th.
That's right.
Don't forget to come out, guys.
We'll
Cowboy
see ya.
Nation. Love y'all.
We have to post a lot of shit on that one.
We didn't mention one damn thing about it. The entire.
But that's all right.